it's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steal. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
And a pleasant good morning to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show for Thursday, October 17th, an NFL Thursday, and we'll have a big game tonight, hopefully, with the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints. It's not what we thought it was going to be just a few weeks ago, but we've got NFL tonight and a couple of college football games as well, but the featured games will be in Major League Baseball tonight after we saw last night slumping Shohei Ohtani blast one to Mars, and the Dodgers crushed the Mets and look like they're in charge of the whole baseball season right now. The Dodgers smash with Ohtani, with Muncy playing long ball with these guys. Kike Hernandez, home run as well. He's been doing it for years, hasn't he? And the Dodgers win 8-0. Those Mets relievers get bombed again. Walker Buehler, I could, try to play him down, but that was the Walker Buehler that we've, seen kind of in the past sometimes. Gutsy, gritty, terrific. No runs in 4 innings and 3 hits. Look, he went under as you outs. It didn't matter. That's more than we were looking for from Walker Buehler. I say we. I'm talking about the Dodgers. I didn't think the Dodgers would be ready for such a game with Buehler. So it was, an L here, but no doubt the Dodgers yesterday with that win looked like the best team of all 4 teams right now. It doesn't matter what even's going on in the American League. I went to put on the game last night, and I went over to Fox figuring it's a National League Championship Series, but the Masked Singer was on, so I just watched that instead. Not really, but might as well. Dodgers 8-0 victory over the Mets. Game. We'll have game 4 here tonight now with Yoshi Yamamoto and Jose Quintana, or whoever the Mets want to throw out there. Doesn't matter. The Dodgers will probably crush here again tonight. Good for them. Also, game 3, Yankees in Cleveland. Clark Schmidt, Matt Boyd will preview it here as well. There was college football last night with the 3-game package here, or 2-game package here last night with Western Kentucky and Sam Houston, and also Florida International and UTEP last night. Western Kentucky with 31-14 win. Veldkamp 281 yards and 3 touchdowns, and Western Kentucky shut down Sam in the second half and held them scoreless. So both teams 5-2. Now, we didn't see that one too good, but Florida International with a loss against UTEP, and the Miners outscored them 10-0 in the fourth quarter. Of course, nothing you could do, but Florida International had 2, not 1, but 2 quarterbacks knocked out of the game, and the number 3 quarterback threw 2 interceptions. So, hey, well, what can I do? What can we do there? But the Miners get their first win, having outgained FIU and knocked a couple of quarterbacks out of the game. So that's all right. We'll get a few games tonight. We got Boston College and Virginia Tech, Georgia State, and Marshall to preview with you guys here as we get going with the show. Want to say hello to everyone in the chat. There was also some NHL action last night with we saw the Penguins get their milestones yesterday and a terrific win. Wow, what a game, 6-5. Yeah, we had the over here on the show, and we had the Penguins as our premium pick, but still mixed results, I thought, on the night. We did have the over in the Kings-Leafs game here on the show. We had the Boston Bruins over Colorado as a premium pick last night as well. So we'll get into some hockey tonight for sure with a huge 11-game card. I don't know where to start, but hopefully we'll finish at the window with some winners. The Kings last night trailed that game 5-0 against the Leafs, and now they got to come back and take the Canadian trip over to Montreal tonight. So, all right, let's just say hello to everyone in the chat, see what you guys want to talk about today as I cover sports and sports betting here from my satellite studios in Las Vegas. Say hi to the chat. And who we got? It's new star Ready Samedi here today to start us off. He loves this channel, and you know what? Ready? So do I. So I know Mike saw you yesterday in the chat. I've seen you before. We've been together somewhere before in these chat rooms. Wink, wink. Ready? So good to have you here, though, on the morning steam. Hey, everyone. This is my right-hand man. My Ed McMahon is Thomas Lewis. He keeps track of our strongest plays in the chat. Like this video. Subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube. Cover sports betting here and expanding our programming, our channel, our budding channel here with Mikey Money running things and his show every day as well at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific weekdays. And of course, I'm here every morning and we offer great coverage, including our First Strike program up and ready yesterday. You can check it out. Make sure you check it out. We've got a UFC card this Saturday, and the guys will be in Niagara Falls on Friday. Mikey and Jeff going to the LFA event. I'm sure we'll have some coverage there on Friday of their trip and maybe get some picks as well. But it's UFC, then follow it up on Saturday, and the guys will be here all day to cover the action here from Las Vegas this weekend. We've already seen one fight, I think, got nixed that I know of with Hadley and High Stand, but I know that Smotherman is coming in to pick up that bout. Hadley will still be a 450 favorite, but the original bout against High Stand was scratched, I believe, yesterday, and Smotherman comes in now to take on Hadley. So, all right. Let's look more. Thank you, Thomas. Everyone, like this video, subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube. Subhuman is here today, part of the team, First Strike team, and the show is up right now and ready on YouTube for you to check out the preview. I also have my preview with VB here on YouTube as well, so should be a good card this weekend with the UFC action. All right, who else? R. Thompson's here. Lando, hello. Thank you for being here every day. Jermaine as well. He's ready to go with Thursday action. We'll make the best out of this NFL game tonight. Who would have thought just a few weeks ago that the Saints could be a home underdog to the Denver Broncos? But that's what we're looking at. Joe Alvarado here today. Justin is here as well. Bobby Mack is here today. And I think that might be it from the chat. All stars. Hello, stars. And Udaya is here. Udaya. I want to say it right. I want to get it right for Udaya. Hope I got it right. Always appreciate you. Appreciate you very much. Actually, Udaya and Ray Otachi here today, ready to get it going with me here and get our morning steam show going. AOD also. Hello. And I'm watching some tennis action here, but I didn't get involved with the card. I felt like, man, I got a little bit, I was just a little bit off on the card on Tuesday night with, I think we lost two premiums by one game on the game. And that's life, but maybe I was just a little off. So I've been just betting some action tonight and didn't burden anyone with any plays if I didn't think I was clicking with it. So we'll see. Maybe I'll have a little more or have some action here later on. But do know today, the majority of our action will be on this main card. A little bit of a light night of international soccer here as well, but we will have a couple of featured matches on Friday as we get into league play this week. So appreciate everyone for stopping in and saying hi. And I just want to let everyone know that I'm going to be here every day bringing you previews and hopefully some free winners on the show, but the winning doesn't stop, and you can catch me every day over at the Winnable app, the Winnable site, winnable.com, where I'll have more plays every day. You can sign up there and receive free picks from me via text, via notifications. You can put the notifications on, and I'll send out some more plays here today. We did have some NBA plays that we sent out to the free subscribers yesterday, and winners included Cleveland and Detroit under. We had that one as a VIP play. Remember, we gave out Detroit here yesterday. We also gave out Brooklyn, but we saw the bizarre point spread shift and the personnel things going on there in that game. So hopefully nobody got jobbed in an NBA preseason pick. We did have a VIP winner, Minnesota and Chicago game to go over. And we also had the Chicago Bulls here on the Morning Steam show with Lonzo Ball. I was so happy to see that yesterday with Lonzo Ball getting into the game and making his first shot. I'm a big Lonzo Ball fan. I know a lot of people are not, but I was a big fan of those Chino Hills teams. So, all right, check me out over there. You can get my packages there. Usually my daily package, just a couple of bucks. I used to charge $25, $35, $45 just for one day's worth of my premium picks over on that other channel. Now, that was good business, but really, I just want to be involved with you guys here. And now the prices are way less expensive. Just get my plays and get more plays from me every day in major sports. Heavy volume of plays. You don't have to play them all. The percentage should still be the same, but just have my plays there for your reference, match them up against what you're doing, and let's go to the window together, just like we do here on the Morning Steam. Use the promo code STEAM to save 20% off those packages over at winnable.com /Ramon. If you really want to find it, I believe now there might be enough algorithmic information. You might be able to just type in Winnable with two eyes and the name Ramon, and I think it might even come up for you on Google. Maybe it's my cookies, but hey, there's a little bit of steam coming in right now. This is the Morning Steam, so if we're getting a steam move, we've got to report it to you from the major line services. Remember, I don't just make it up here like some people have talk about their steam. Where do you get your steam? I just subscribe to the two major line services that operate. There's a couple, but I mean, when I'm talking about the ones that I follow, I can make it clear here on this channel. I use Don Best and I use Sports Insights. Not for everybody. I know it's an expensive product, but I'm going to report to you here every day, whatever comes across. I can't just hog all this information for myself, and I'm paying good money for it. So I want you to know when the moves are coming in. And right now, the Pittsburgh Steelers are taking steam here this morning in their upcoming game. We already know the big news in that game revolves around the quarterbacking situation for the Steelers. And right now, we're seeing action here in that game. Right now, the line has moved here. What I'd say it's two now, two, maybe even two and a half here. We're seeing the action. Steelers are taking the move here against the New York Jets, and obviously they have their own storylines in this game right now. But and again, I know everyone's a little bit concerned because hey, Justin Fields has looked just fine, but obviously in this situation the Steelers think that they have a better quarterback ready to go. You're not going to make any moves if you don't have Russell Wilson here. And look, uh, say what you want about the Russell Wilson experiment in Denver, but Denver wasn't, looking like the Pittsburgh Steelers are necessarily right now in any of those two seasons, it feels like. So, this might be the type of team that's perfect for Wilson. No matter the case, so Jets are favored, but the moves on Pittsburgh here right now looks like it's going down to two. Could we even see some 1.5s today? It was funny because Pittsburgh started the favorite and all the Jets momentum came in. So, all right. Hey, let me say hello to a few more and we'll start the show. Thanks for listening to my advertisement. Like I said, please just check me out over there at Winnable. Going to have more. Let's see here. See who else we got with Ron Young is here, channel subscriber, channel member. Thank you, Ron. Nice to have you as well. Phil the Kill as well. And yeah, no doubt Florida International. But remember, those quarterbacks getting knocked out, that was the big story, I thought, yesterday, having to use them all there. And like I said, they were a runaway favorite. We had them, team consensus had them, but it never seemed like they were going to make it here. We're having a little bit of NBA steam right now with the Denver Nuggets. They were a 3-point favorite against Minnesota. Now they're a 4-point favorite, maybe even 4.5 here right now. The Denver Nuggets are taking steam right now in their game today here against the Minnesota Timberwolves. In fact, there it goes. It's up to 6 right now. Denver runaway favorite here with some steam, up to 6-point favorite right now. There are some wild moves going on in the NBA preseason right now. It's getting a little sketchy here, and that's Udaya says. He said in the chat he doesn't see any NBA premium picks in the Winnable. I've been, Udai, please make sure that you're also signed up for the free package. I know we're almost done with preseason. I'm not putting any NBA preseason in the premium package. So that's part of the free VIP coverage, just because of the strength of the plays. Really, again, the premium you're going to get hopefully my best, and then the VIP free package, that's one tier down, so to speak, and that's where the NBA preseason is right now. I've only really out of the week and a half, 2 weeks here of preseason, I think I've had one game that I thought, boy, if I was going to have a premium in preseason, this would be it. It was I want to say it was a Warrior game. I don't think it ended up as a winner, actually, but the NBA preseason is going on the VIP accounts there. We went 2-1 with those plays yesterday. So thank you, Udaya, very much for your support and all the subscribers. Look, that was the key to me coming over here and doing it on this channel. Like I said, I mean, it was good business to sell picks for $25, $35, $45 for just a small package of picks every day. But, I wasn't moving the needle with things like that. And here, we're only 6 or 7 weeks into the programming here with me at the morning steam with Sports Money Network, and have well over 100 signups between the subscription and the free package. I'm just thrilled to be able to share my information with you, and hopefully you'll trust me to be your everyday capper. Again, that's what I'm, giving out, just high volume of picks, very inexpensive. Hopefully we crush it. But like I said, just I want you to have my information, whether you like it or not, or agree with it or not. Just know that I'm here looking at every game, watching every game, and you're getting my best effort anyway to try to keep you abreast of the best plays there as well. So, hey, a little bit more steam here right now. Very interesting because Dallas was a 3-point favorite. They were bet all the way up to 5.5, and boom, just like that, it got slammed back down to 3, maybe 4 here right now. But the move is on the Milwaukee Bucks right now. We're seeing steam on the Bucks today, and these are the tricky ones right now. So, NBA free pick certainly here is, let's just wind this thing down and get ready for next Tuesday with the NBA regular season, shall we? We've really enjoyed Lonzo Ball hitting that shot. That was great. M. Looks is here today. Good morning. And how about them Dodgers? I'd give them a big middle finger right now if I could, but only because I, somehow bought into the Mets' chances against Walker Buehler, thinking this was the one game that the Mets could get. Forget it now. I don't have a do not bet list, but I know championship quality and momentum when I see it right now. And the Dodgers have all of it at this point with the best player in the history of the game. Maybe that guy is slumping right now, Shohei Ohtani, and he put that one to the moon. What were they reviewing on the home run? Whether or not it violated the airspace at City Field, or what were they talking about? More steam coming in right now. It is hot right now in the NBA. Let's keep on top of these, gang. If you want to play a few games, I'll have a few picks here, but just note some of these heavy line moves. Try to get in on San Antonio right now, +5 or 5.5 or 4.5. Right now, I'm showing DraftKings as Houston at -4.5. Bet Online has Houston at -2.5. So the move here is on the San Antonio Spurs at this point, plus the points. They took them at 5.5, but this one is on the way down quickly. I'm trying to provide this information to you. If you want to play these moves, like I said, if you see San Antonio right now at +5.5, grab them, because in a few minutes you're going to be able to lay -2.5, or maybe even your book may even offer a money line on Houston. I'm giving you a 3-point middle there right now over the air if it happens for you. Again, I know it's hard to go through real fast, but I'm giving you real-time updates right now from the line services and NBA preseason right now. Hopefully, my information is just as good as the picks that I give, and that's why I'm here. I'm not trying to show off all of my skills, just trying to pick winners, just that we're trying to keep on top of it all the time. So, and let's see here. And Thomas says they're talking Russell Wilson here, and everyone's down on Russ, but I have a feeling this is the right situation and good for the Jets. And making another move, they're getting Devontae in there, and was kind of a coincidence, right? So yeah, we were on the air when we kind of broke that Devontae Smith news, or the chat had it a little bit too, but we just were here when it happened, right? And then the interview comes on, and I guess it was such a surprise to Devontae Smith. He just happened to end up in Aaron Rodgers' living room with his interview on McAfee yesterday. So, wink, wink, right? But let's see here. So that'll be a great game, though, no doubt about it. Got to be one of the highlights of the weekend right now to see the Steelers and the Jets in that big game. All of a sudden, that'll pull it out. Maybe a lot more interesting game than we were anticipating here. Certainly on Sunday Night Football. With the Jets and the Steelers. By the way, total 38.5 in that game. Public Enemies here. Thank you. Not great to see you, Public Enemy. And let's see here. Also, some comments in the chat from Jermaine and Jerry. Thank you guys. Good night, Munchie. Wants the Mets, going to come back on the Mets today and take the Yankees as well, says Munchie. Here's a little NHL steam here from right now with the LA Kings at my Montreal Canadiens. My two teams playing each other today. The Kings are getting steamed right now on the road at $1.20 here. And, well, I'm probably going to take them once we get to that one on the show. So, yeah, if you want to get a good price on them now, that's going to be my free play today is the Kings in that game against my Canadians after the Kings were terrible. I came with them yesterday as my premium pick, and they were no match for the Leafs in the opener in a 4-0 decision. So, oh well, maybe today I'm taking them again. We know the Leafs are going to be better than Montreal right now. I want my Montreal team to play better. Certainly. Okay, let's see who else we've got here. Fernando is in the chat. I'm thinking about I see Fernando. Dodgers put just a nail on it. When I see Fernando there, and I think of my favorite Dodger. Hopefully he's doing okay. I know he's pretty sick right now. Fernando Valenzuela. Let's see if I can do a little Fernando windup here. Roll the eyes on the back of the head. Look up to the stars. Throw that screwball, baby. Ever seen Fernando Valenzuela? If you've never seen us, because no one throws, you talk about the knuckleball, right? No one throws that screwball. Maybe they got some other names for it nowadays, but Fernando Valenzuela threw a screwball when a screwball was a screwball. I'm not kidding. All right, let's see what Joe says here. How about the over in the Dodger game? Make sure you visit Joe here on the community tab on YouTube. That's where he puts his best plays up there every day. So please check us out there with additional plays on the community tab. Jermaine says, what is that? He says there, and, it's right. That's what I said. So we're going to get Joe some other outlets to get these plays out there. I mean, this is not a bad idea. The community tab, certainly that's where Joe's putting his plays, but it is something like I did not know there was a community tab myself until they told me. And I said, what is that? And now I know, so I can go there, but we're going to debut. We're going to put Joe's plays, believe me, they're going to get out there here with what we're working on. All right. Super true story here today. Ready for Devontae to come on over. And I think that's going to do it. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, that's what you get with an old guy like me, and we're just rapping every day for a few minutes. I like the monologue. So, yeah, I know there's those get to the picks guys. All those get to the picks guys come a little later, right? I want to have a little fun. This is a morning show, right? I mean, that's what you do. You sit around. It might not be Good Morning America, but we're going to talk about what I want to talk about before we get into all the games and try to make some winning picks. I think you're done in the chat too. I just wait to everyone to catch up and then start the show. So let's get ready to roll here with our previews today and start with Major League Baseball. With all due respect to our NFL coverage, this is the postseason, baby. So let's get into the games here tonight with the New York Yankees taking on the Cleveland Guardians with Clark Schmidt here. Road favorite tonight against Boyd on the road here. And, well, I think here with Schmidt going for the Yankees, they might be a worthy favorite in your eyes today at $1.15, 7.5. But remember, Boyd's been solid so far, no doubt about it. 2.33 ERA in his 10 starts. The Guardians have gone 7-3 in those starts this season. Meanwhile, for Clark Schmidt, 2.9 ERA. Very good. He's been good. He's been solid. Just 17 starts on the season for Schmidt, but the Yankees have gone 12-5 in those starts with Clark Schmidt on the mound. So maybe these pitchers are very, very similar, other than that Boyd deals, uh, from the southpaw side of the rubber. And let me take a look at my player. Maybe take a look at my player information here a little bit and see how those bats going to stick up here today with these two teams. Let's see what you guys think as well in the chat. If you guys want to start to chime in with your selection on the game here. So Yankees, good matchup for some of these guys for sure. For the Stars, Gleber, for Judge and Stanton, all in pretty good position here, it looks like. Although certainly Boyd can be tough against these left-handed bats. So, the way the Yankees have it lined up, they like to go lefty, righty when they're, have their stacked lineup in there. They're not worried about the little bit of shifts that they've had. They really don't have too many because, they've got to have guys like Volpe and Rizzo down near the bottom, and even Jazz, a little bit. So you got to figure Soto, Wells, Jazz. These guys have a little bit of trouble here with Boyd, it seems like. So go ahead, tell me what you guys think in this one. We got temperatures tonight hovering around 60 degrees. This is a kind of a twilight game. Good morning. This is kind of a twilight game here tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern and 2 Pacific time. So maybe a little shadowy there, but virtually no wind to speak of, under 5 miles an hour. So it looks like a pretty darn nice night in Cleveland here tonight. And current line is Yankees $1. I'll say $1.15 is good, but I think we should probably update this total. It's even a little. Bovada does have it at 7.5 under 20, but I think it's probably close. I'm probably gonna leave it here at 7.5. I'm thinking at this point, I'll leave it at 7.5 under 20, but I'd say most of the books right now have it at 7 over 20 as the consensus line here at this point. All right, see what you guys have in this one. And we're going to start here with. Oh, look, I'm almost got to pre-interrupt. Maybe I should start the show over for Billy Mack because I might be having a technical issue here. I feel like. Are you guys seeing me okay? All right. I'm not getting any response from the chat right now. It feels like I'm stuck. Okay. I'm going to keep going here and hopefully I'm on the air. I can't show any of your comments here right now, but I've got Thomas with Guardians. There we are, gang. Thank you. Ooh. Uh, I was just about to get into it here. Look at that. We need conversation. It's good for the soul. And you guys were doing it there. That's the one I left up there, huh? Sorry about that, gang. We're back. Let me figure out where we were and picked off. Uh, Billy Mack I was about to, this is where I was. I think when my may have cut off, I saw Billy Mack's comment. Totally skipped over probably the lead here. Maybe we should go back and start the show over after that debacle right there. But no doubt the Minnesota Liberty last night with that incredible another wild come from behind win. Maybe I got home with the money last night. I'm grading it as a push. I imagine anybody who tailed me may have got the money with a hook there, or maybe even a little bit more with Minnesota. But it did feel like a push eventually. We did give out the winner under on the show last night. Thank you, Billy. That was an iconic moment right now. Remember, the WNBA's had many championships, but not really many iconic moments that the league is known by, maybe like the NBA is, but they sure got one last night, didn't they? All right. This is where we left off. Cleveland Guardians under here, Yankees and the over here for Munchie. And Jermaine says Yankees are ready to do it versus Boyd, and they will go deep here possibly. And he's going to lay 2 runs in this one. Robert McCormick wants the Yankees team total over. Fernando is on the Yankees here. Justin likes the Guardians game to go over 3.5. And I'm going to take the over in this one. That's why I left those numbers up there a little bit with the 7.5. But it's certainly down to 7 here. It feels like right now. Hello to Patrick. Good morning as well. So, okay, that's weird. See, that is weird, right? So what was happening was you guys all saw me and heard me, and I was like ahead of the technical issue. I don't know what, we got a lot of things going on in here, but I was already seeing like some of the things like go, when all your internet starts to go off and all the things start, get the circle of death, the wheel of death. And I saw it going on, and I'm like, this is going to happen here in a minute, I bet. And I couldn't select anybody's chat. I couldn't put it on the screen. I'm like, I know I'm going to be going off the air here in a second. How about that? So, okay. Yankees consensus on the run line. So, look, I give Thomas a hard time. He doesn't need me poking fun at him because I need him as our guy running the chat, running the show, and everything like that. And sometimes I've said, "What, Thomas? Are you sure you're just not going with your team?" And look, he's sitting there making the tallies, and I think he's tallied it up this time as going against his Guardians here. The chat's going with the Yankees run line here. Thomas may be doing it out of spite right now, showing the Yankees going with the run line here for the chat, because it looks like they're definitely on the Yankees. I know we see a few people there loading up a little bit with Fernando and Munchie. I don't know if they're laying it, but Thomas is saying you can have your Yankees here consensus play today, but I'll take the over in this one. Jerry with some interesting WNBA comments there. They're talking about that game last night. The greatest WNBA finals series that no one ever saw, it feels like. I'm watching it, and the ratings are good. But like I said, they've run it up against some. I'm surprised they didn't have it tonight instead against Thursday Night Football. Yesterday, what did you have? Just the Dodger game, I guess. Okay, here we go. And let's move on to the next one tonight. I'm on the over with the Yankees and the Guardians tonight, but man, consensus play there with the Yankees. Okay. I remember I've got a future on the Guardians here at 40-1. I'd like to see him grab one here. All right, next up, it will be the Dodgers here taking on the New York Mets. And oh, come on, man. Nobody's going to beat these Dodgers now at this point. Not after what we saw last night. Even Walker Bueller having a terrible season, not even a full season. And he comes out and looks real strong, and the Mets look lifeless. And the fans were stunned. What was that lady doing? She was shaking her head no, falling asleep. Got a little bit of steam here right now coming in NHL action with Vancouver and Florida. I can dig this, I think. Right now we're seeing the steam coming in on the under here. I think that's going to be my play today. So, well, let's just pencil it in. I'm going to take the under with Vancouver and Florida. I think I do like a side as a premium anyways. So, Florida and Vancouver. Florida is at home in that game, and right now we're seeing that total definitely hitting 5.5 right now. Maybe you could still get 620 at DraftKings, but 5.5 pretty much everywhere here at this point, with the Canucks on the road at Florida. Okay, here we go. Dodgers and Yamamoto with a 3.31 ERA this season. The Dodgers are 13-7 with Yamamoto on the mound. Also, got Quintana here for the Mets. The left-hander has a 3.52 ERA this season, and the Mets went 18-15 with Quintana on the mound. But, oh, come on. You got to think that there's going to be plenty of opportunities for Mookie. Teoscar's got a pretty good matchup here. Sure, it might not be the best matchup splits-wise, even for slumping Shohei Ohtani, but the way the Dodgers are going right now, even the bottom of the lineup, Will Smith. How about my man Tommy Edman, huh? Could you believe the Dodgers? I mean, not only will they, find a way to bring up their own talent, they'll outtrade you too. I mean, could you believe what the Dodgers get? Tommy Edman, that whole trade, but for me, Tommy Edman, the La Jolla Country Day player that I admire so much. His dad is a coach at La Jolla Country Day School, and he's basically a star, batting eighth. It feels like right now. I don't think we've seen the last of Tommy Edman here. He may end up being a very, very good player. He's already looking pretty good. He never really got it going. Yeah, he's had some success, but now it feels like he's almost a star, and maybe just lost in this lineup of stars. My man Tommy Edman, wow. So impressed with what he's doing, having watched him for many years and seen him play his high school ball. So thrilled for Edman here at this point. Love the Dodgers probably to smash these guys, it feels like today. But hey, I got to have a premium play. Here as well. So why won't it go over tonight? The Dodgers are apt. They covered it last night, even if I tried to think it would be an under, despite the, I was thought it'd be the other way around. Thought Bueller might give up a few and the Dodgers might give up a few, but they'll probably end up smashing here. I'll take the over here in this one. We definitely see the Sharps preferring the under all day long, keeping this one pretty low. In fact, right now, the line in the game, I'm listing it there as 7.5 under 25. And only because I'm giving it out as an over, and I want you guys to have a measuring point, but it's 7 over pretty much everywhere at this point. 7 over 20 at Circa, 7 over 17 at Bet Online, 7 over 15 at Bovada, 7 over 18 at DraftKings. So, we're looking at sevens all over the place here. Right now, 7 flat almost at FanDuel. So, all right, let's get your plays here. I'll take the over. I got 2 overs tonight. Am I watching too much Joe T here? What's going on? I don't have low T. I've got Joe T at this point. Let's take a look at the picks from you guys. My T levels are pretty good. All right. Check it out here. And I don't know if Jermaine, he said he got some phone calls during the show, and did he miss? I thought he was talking about missing the Masked Singer last night. I should have watched that instead of the Dodgers. Okay, how about Vientos here for the Mets tonight? Maybe he'll get something going. Thomas got to go with the Dodgers here, he says at this point. And M Looks is on the Dodgers. Munchie's on the Mets. I like Goodnight Munchie. And there's a Jack in the Box. I mean, there's not many places when I'm ready to eat. I've had a few munchie meals here in my day. All right. Jerry Dave, isn't it about time for a Quintana blow up? Is it time for his usual blow up here, it feels like? And let's see here. Thomas says he might just parlay these powerhouses and we'll get that Yankees Dodgers World Series that we never got here. Well, we got it back in 1981. And it was, it's a World Series that never happens anymore. Of course, it always happened back in the day. Thomas says he can still get 7.5 juiced here. So, hey, you know what? If you're taking the over, it's going to be a little bit better. Robert's on the Dodgers run line. Justin says, give me the Mets team total over. And he thinks that the Mets can get to Yamamoto. I don't know. Just feels like whatever is going on with the Mets here at this point. Whatever, right? You talked about, and yesterday, so we were talking about, some of those, and I'm not going to, because, with Pete, obviously didn't work out that great, but I don't mind batter versus pitcher matchups necessarily. Certainly, we saw the numbers were looking pretty strong. 4 out of the 5 hits, home run. Kelly was saying it, and I definitely respect that. I love stats like that, and I love playing those type of props in big games, certainly. But the Mets, none of it was coming through last night against the Dodgers and gutsy Walker Buehler, it felt like to me. So, all right, maybe we could talk about a few of the. I want to try to include a little bit, more information maybe for everybody with some of that stuff. But okay, let's see here. Jerry says he thinks Yamamoto will have a good outing here in this one, and I don't know, you put that Dodger blue on. Give me them over here in this one. Looks like you guys are done in the chat. So let's get over to the NFL now and talk about that one. Tonight, Thursday night football, it's on. Prime. With the Broncos and the Saints here in this one. And who would have thought just a couple of weeks ago that the Broncos would be a 3-point favorite here on the road against those red hot Saints, or at least they were hot, but now they're 2-4. Big time injuries, certainly. This is what it's all about tonight, unfortunately, for the Saints. And that's kind of what's been going on, I think, with their demise here a little bit, right? After okay, they beat Dallas, but who doesn't at this point? But when you're going to be missing, I don't know, I think 2 of the best receivers around. It feels like to me, especially in my man Chris Olave. I think he's just terrific. And I think without their quarterback here as well, that's a big issue. And you got Spencer Rattler in there for the second straight week. So just unfortunate. You've got Rashid Shaheed out as well. These are just basically their whole high-profile guys here on offense. So you're going to have to, rely on Kamara, and that's what I was saying in that last game. Kamara as a primary guy is not what you need. You need complement. Kamara's great, we know that, but you need those complement guys. It feels like to make Kamara really, really solid. So look, Denver. Plenty of issues as well with Bo Picks at quarterback, but like I said, maybe the rookie class is going to be better than we thought here for the most part. It feels like, but figure Bo Nix is probably the better quarterback in this matchup over Spencer here. Now, who he's going to throw to. I think, I mean, of course, he's going to be throwing to Cortland Sutton, who's all of a sudden become, uh, you know, the key man in this lineup. It feels like it. He's got a good matchup here tonight in terms of the matchup here against the Saints. He had a touchdown in that game against the Chargers, probably his best game of the maybe his best game of the season with the 4 receptions for 53 yards. So it felt like it anyway because he got into the end zone. So Cortland Sutton tonight. But beyond that, the targets really aren't name guys here for the most part. You got Troy Franklin, who obviously had a breakout game last time, and he's probably your number 2 wide receiver right now for Denver. He had the touchdown last game, and he was a bit of a surprise here. He played 65% of the snaps, so you figure Franklin's in there now. That is one area where New Orleans maybe has a little bit of they're probably their best shot defensively here against the Broncos is their pass defense a little bit, but beyond that, Denver has Devon Vele, who had 4 receptions for 78 yards last game as he continues to evolve as well. So the rookie stepped up and he had 62% of snaps last weekend as well for the Saints. Look, this is just a rugged situation. Guess you got to try to get some running game going. Kamara's going to have to carry you almost, unfortunately, but he's been limited, certainly in practice this week. He's got a hand injury, but he is expected to play. And, you just want to keep that guy healthy for sure. But this secondary, this pass defense of Denver is just going to be really, really, it feels like not a great situation, especially with these other wide receivers here that have to step up. Like Ced Wilson will have to step up, and Mason Tipton, and these guys, they just don't have a lot of depth as far as receivers are concerned. Now, I will say again tonight, I don't know if you recall, I didn't really give it out as a prop, but I said on the show last game that I thought that my favorite guy on the Saints was Foster Moreau. He caught a touchdown in the game, and I would think if the Saints, they'll probably find a way to score. I like Foster Moreau probably to get it done. Now, I know that they've got Jawan Johnson in there as well, and he had 3 targets last game, but we saw Foster Moreau with a touchdown. I guess it was 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry about that, but he did have 2 targets for 54 yards in the game against Tampa. Maybe it was the Tampa game I was thinking about, but he did score the week before. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, Foster Moreau is probably my only guy that I like tonight on the Saints. And I actually would probably try to look to get involved with those backup wide receivers for Denver. I don't say backups, but the 3 and the 4, and see if they have props for those guys, because I think that's maybe where they are going to surprise here. This one feels like an ugly low scorer for sure, gang. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but let's see in the chat what you guys have here with the Broncos on the road against New Orleans. Let's go to the chat and take a look. See what you guys have. We're going to start it off with Jermaine here on the Broncos. And Kelly says that, this one of the worst things here in the NFL that we got going, the old 3-11. Here are Thompson's on the Broncos. Thomas says, give me the Broncos. And Billy Mack says, Kamara is the difference maker. Look, he's the best player on the field. I think that's for sure, or at least offensively, right? But Jermaine says, how are you going to do it with all these guys sidelined here right now, with Derek Carr certainly out, with probably the biggest problem for the Saints and this demise has been the fact that their first string and their second string center have gone down. And probably the most important position on the field after quarterback a lot of times is center, or number one underrated position on the field certainly is the center. So that's what it feels like here. No Patrick Surtain is not going to make the lineup, I don't think, here. He's listed as out. He's a pretty tough guy, but I don't think he's going to make it here. He does make a huge difference for sure. I was talking to Dave about it last night. He's not with us in the chat, but he's a Broncos fan. He was trying to tell me about it. I said, you don't need Surtain to hold down New Orleans a little bit. I think Denver has the depth in the secondary, but it's good to have a big-time star in there. And so Surtain is out here tonight. And Thomas says a consensus play here on the Denver Broncos. So why don't I roll with Team Steam here, consensus? If you feel uncomfortable about it, I think money line is okay here. Because look, in a low, ugly game, it may be 17-15 or something crazy like that. We may see some crazy. Justin says, why not take the over field goals here? I think the one thing the difference between, I've been saying it for a couple of weeks now, right? As we get into October, I think I said it on October 1st. I said it's October 1st and the field goals are going to start missing. And there's no doubt they have, right? But we're indoors here in this one, and with bad offenses, maybe if you've been not cashing on all those great field goal props and been losing a little bit because of we saw the tremendous amount of field goals in September, and we're starting to see misses now left and right, literally left and right, or double doinkers and things like that. But maybe, just maybe, tonight you can maybe get a little bit back. It feels like here with Groupie and with Will Lutz, who probably will love this indoor here, especially if they can't get those red zone caches. Here we go. Nick's in a dome, not good, says Justin. So, yeah, the Saints better bring it too, right? We're all, crowning the Broncos here because the Saints are missing these players. But come on, Denver is not anything, I want to say special, because obviously I think we have to give Denver credit for playing maybe a little bit better than we expected with the winning streak. It feels like, right now is, I say winning streak, but I mean, I know they lost to my Chargers, but they have the 3-game winning streak, obviously. And, so Denver 3-0 against the spread on the road so far this season. Now, they weren't going to be favored. I know, I get that, but they outscored their last 5 opponents in the second half, 59-17 right now. So that defense gets stronger as the race gets longer here. It feels like they're terrible on third down. We know that. And they're not a very good favorite so far with Peyton, just 3-6 against the number. But so far this season, the AFC West has proven to be the best division, no matter, I don't want to say no matter how you look at it, but just in the role of non-division AFC West against everybody else so far. The AFC West is 6-1 against the spread so far this season. New Orleans, they've lost some close games. They've lost some blowouts now, and they certainly were having trouble with Tampa, as predicted, I think, here last week in the game against New Orleans, as Tampa dominated the second half in that game. So Saints just 4-7 last 11 tries as a home underdog. Denver has, they've done well in this series, but it is interconference play, so not too worried about it. And the obvious story also, Sean Payton returns to New Orleans here, so probably means a lot to him, probably means a lot to these Saints fans. Remember, the Saints had some success, certainly, with Peyton, and they had some, well, you know what. So I still think the Saints fans are thankful for Peyton's successes there, even if they got in trouble a little bit. I don't know, probably cost them 2 seasons. It felt like their egregious behavior. and the penalties that they had. I don't know. Maybe they were just going to be bad. I felt like the penalties did affect them a little bit. So, all right, New Orleans always pretty good coming off a loss, but I'm going to roll with team steam consensus here. See if we got any more picks from you guys here. Justin's talking about the game here. Peyton, the Saints ain't letting Peyton come back and get a W. See, he said it right there. And, rookie quarterback, but you got two rookie quarterbacks, no doubt about it. And Denver, definitely one of the best defenses, certainly in the league. That's what Thomas is saying here. So, could we be headed for another Thursday night low scoring game? Dare we say, Joe? Look, Thursday night so far has been 3 overs and 3 unders. And usually we get under on Thursday night too, because just the way it works out. All right. Let's see here. Broncos and over for Munchie. Here's Public Enemy. Saints money line. Rays on the Saints money line. So Justin says all the players out for the Saints. Makes it sound like a Denver layup here, right? Well, yeah, but maybe maybe the Denver defense is the better unit here. I don't know. Robert says they'll go over. Want to say hello to Scott Kobe. I think I got that. It might be Kobe, but no matter the case, I like Scott in here. There it is. Okay, thank you, Scott. I do the show in the middle of the night, so I'm not looking totally deep into the props. I don't put any props. I'm considering adding props to my coverage by request, actually. Thank you to those who trust in me, but I think what they've seen me is over on that show across the street. Although I turned in a couple of clunkers here, I was for many games in a row, was hitting nearly all the props I was giving out over there until the last couple. In fact, I tried to start gambling a little bit and playing some longer prices, so that was probably it. But yeah, Vele he's probably like my favorite target here. And if you say 28.5, woo, I'm probably gonna be, that might be the only thing that I'm on here tonight, other than maybe some Foster Moreau as well. I'm probably fading these Saints wide receivers, but hey, I hope the best for Spencer Rattler, man. All right, let's see here. Justin says, "Give me those Saints field goals." I cannot bet these Broncos here, but I don't know. I don't want to give the Broncos any credit being a Chargers fan. I'm glad we beat them. Look, the Chargers, like you said, I'll get to talk about them, this weekend, but one thing's for sure about the Chargers. Hopefully, coach stays healthy. All right. Broncos and under and a 4-point teaser here for Thomas. And hey, all right. Oh, I'm so excited all of a sudden to see here 72 Impala. Hello. Yes. Oh, thank you, Impala, for following me over here and finding me. I'm sorry that I left you. I left you hanging back there. I'm sure you see some other shows, but tried to get the word out as best I could. I've been over here for about 6 weeks now, and it was my choice to come over here to the Sports Money Network. We're building a good channel, and I wanted to be a part of it. I was just a little fish over there, but here we can have some fun. So great to have you, 72 Impala, man. That makes me feel good today all of a sudden. Thank you. He likes Denver, by the way. All right. And Justin says, I don't know, he's riding with these Saints tonight for sure. All right, I think we got all your plays here. Right, Justin, you need the rookie at home to have any chance. Bo Nix on the road. Again, I'm okay with Bo Nix here moving forward. Yes, right now the road might be a little tougher. Like I said, this receiving core isn't special. Bet you wish you had. I bet you wish you had Tim Patrick now, Denver Broncos. Whatever you were thinking. All right, not an official play for Joe. He'll lean to the over here in this one. All right, probably I have a premium here. And what do you think about Rattler's under yards here. I think Rattler's got a chance, and I think he may even be able to. I know he's kind of a pocket guy. He may be able to run a little bit here. I'm worried because I think that, yes, no Patrick Surtain. To me, I think the difference in the game will be the coverage of the Saints receivers. I think that's where the difference will lie in this one, that the Saints receivers will not have that, strong of a game here. And for me, I think also, like I said, with Bailey, I like Sutton here a little bit. I don't mind Sutton with Bo Nix. He's going to have to step up for sure. And I didn't even mention the running games. I certainly mentioned um, uh, Kamara, but I also think that Kamara odds are kind of neutral for me. I expect him to kind of fall right on his number. Javonte Williams, certainly also, I'm pretty neutral on him in this game, but I'm not down on him certainly. And I think Denver will look to run with Williams, with McLaughlin, and I think they might be just fine in that category. But again, I'm going to look for those other receivers here, and hey, I may even throw a little something on little Jordan Humphrey to maybe get something done. Depends how deep they run the props here. Okay, I think that's it for this one. And Iris says doesn't even like the game. All right, let's move on to our coverage here of college football tonight. Got a lot of different sports. Boston College is going to take on. Hey, don't sleep on this one, huh? This is a nice game. This isn't a bad game here with Boston College taking on Virginia Tech here in Blacksburg tonight. So we'll have some excitement here. This game actually, you know what? I'm probably doing a disservice to my format here because this actually is the 4:30 game. So there's only two games. I'll keep it here with this one, but this is the 4:30 game now. There's been a time change on this with Boston College and Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech by 7, maybe even 7.5 now at a lot of places. Total here at 48. See, and I even wrote the line down. I mean, I don't think it was ever 51 here. Well, maybe it was, but I've got it at 48 and a half here currently on the total. Sorry about that, gang. It's definitely 48 and a half. There hasn't been a 3-point move here in the last few minutes or necessarily. I definitely saw 51 and a half out there. I saw 49 out there. And, well, this one just keeps going lower here, I guess. But I'm not so sure where it's going to be less than 50 points in this one. I don't know if I'm going to give it out as my play here. But let's just see what we have here with Boston College coming in. Been a pretty good season for Boston College at 4-2. They got a pretty good looking quarterback in Castellanos. So far, Boston College, hey, when they can't get their running game going, they do kind of struggle if they don't have that balance. That's for sure. But when they can get it going, in their wins, they average 175 points. In their wins, and in their losses, they average about 60 yards rushing. So that is what makes the difference. They've got a pretty veteran offensive line. Certainly, you got Coach O'Brien 7-4 against the spread as an underdog, but they're just 11-15 against the spread in conference games so far. They've lost at Mizzou 27-21. They lost at Virginia 24-14, and they lost at Florida State 28-13. And I kind of lumped them all together because I think we know Florida State, you know what, hasn't been as quite what we thought. So Eagles have gone under in 4 straight games right now. Virginia Tech are 3-3, but their losses were by 7 points, by 3 points, and by 4 points so far. And they done well in their victories, averaging 34, 35 points a game and in their win. Maybe 34 points a game in their wins. So they are 0-2 as a home favorite here so far, laying these points today. Virginia Tech's won 3 of the last 4 meetings, but Boston College has covered 3 of the last 4 trips here into Blacksburg. 5 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone under. So really, it's just a matter of which defense Virginia Tech kind of is able to throw at Boston College. So the fact that they're a favorite here makes me think they'll have a pretty good night, actually, and that Virginia Tech maybe can pick up a win here, maybe even a cover. Let's see if you guys have anything here in the chat with this one. Boston College and Virginia Tech. Let me just preempt a little bit here, a little bit of steam that came in here. We talked about Denver and Minnesota, that steam that came in on Denver. Now we're seeing the total move here tonight on this preseason game under 224 in that game. Also, we saw some steam come in on Atlanta and OKC over let me see what that number is here, actually. Atlanta and OKC over 220 or so here. So a little bit of a NBA preseason steam to report on with you guys. Okay, let's get back here now to the Boston College and Virginia Tech. And I think we're about to see what you guys have here in this one. Let's see if I can call up my players too for this matchup. Okay, here we go. Chat. And started off here with R. Tomps going with Virginia Tech. And if R. Tomps is on Virginia Tech, I also am on Virginia Tech. I'm not sure I'm going to get to a premium in this game. I'm going to give out Virginia Tech right here. It's probably my stronger play of the two. I preferred the over. I bet the over. I don't know if I can even recommend it. I'm going to bet it. So it just goes to show you where the priorities lie. Okay, we got premium, we got VIP, we got morning steam show, and then we got I'm going to bet it. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to bet the over. I'm not going to tell anybody about it. Thomas Lewis is on Virginia Tech with us, it looks like. But Justin, me and Justin aren't clicking here today, but he's got Boston College here. Thomas is on the under. Thank you, Jermaine. Appreciate seeing you today. Thank you as always. Great contributions, man. Really great every day, Jermaine. Really appreciate you here. Okay, Robert McCormick's on the Hokies, but Jerry says let's cash it with Justin here. Truth Teller, hello, my friend. It's Truth Teller in the chat. I'm the truth seller. He's the truth teller, and he's going to give us hopefully some great tidbits as always. All right, see what else here. AOD talking Pistons basketball. How about that? And what happened, Thomas? We got some breaking news. Am I missing it here? Do I have to turn my attention to the Twitter feeds out there? I know I saw some not so breaking news, but I know that TNT is going to debut a women's 3-on-3 league on TNT. So, hey, you can never have too much women's basketball. We know there's already a men's 3-on-3 league. So, there's no tidbits. He's just here for the fun. Oh boy. Okay, so. Anyways, for me in this one, I'm going to take Virginia Tech. I'm going to lay a touchdown here, believe it or not. I just think Virginia Tech and the defense here a little bit. Now, I know I said over, but to me, maybe this total should be a little bit higher at this point. That's why I wasn't startled or anything that I typed it wrong on the screen. It's just that it's down to 48.5 here, and I think we might see 50 points tonight. Hello to Wine Time here. Truth Teller's been on fire. How about it? All right. And I just think for me, the Virginia Tech defense slow this entire offense, even with Castellanos. But I think the advantages over these receivers a little bit, Bond, Skeet, a little bit, and the running game as well with Ward. I think Virginia Tech will do fine against them here. Truth Teller's got Dodgers first 5 money line. Thank you, Truth Teller. Definitely have to get a play in from Truth Teller. All right, and that might be it for this one. I think you guys are out of steam here with that first game or the second game. I blew that one, you guys. Here's the first game here with Georgia State. I'm conducting an orchestra. Georgia State and Marshall here. Marshall favored by 9. And the total 52. How about Stone Earl here getting the start? In this one, we've seen Earl against Western Michigan. We saw him a little bit there we saw him against Georgia State, certainly in this one. And hey, seems like a pretty good matchup for Stone Earl and the Georgia and the Marshall Thundering Herd. They're a 9-point favorite here. He's got a good target here in Fitzpatrick coming into this game, it feels like, after he caught 5 passes in the last game. In the game against Georgia Southern, 5 catches for 49 yards. Just feel like for Marshall, they're going to have a good passing attack for me here. It feels like tonight. Now, laying 9 points is going to be tough. Georgia State's got some decent matchups too, and they might have the best wide receiver on the field, certainly in Ted Hurst. He had 6 catches for 85 yards and a touchdown last game. He scored 4 touchdowns in the last 3 games, 5 touchdowns in the last 4 games for Ted Hurst. And, of course, their quarterback, Christian Velou, last game did have a 211 yards on 22 of 44 passing here. I don't know, though. This number does seem high, even though I think the passing games could be in order here. Maybe the run games will be neutral, it feels like. But, man, maybe I also am preferring Marshall here. Let me go to the chat and see what you guys have before I make the call for me in this one here. But feels like a Marshall and under to me. Let's see if you guys are interested in this game tonight. And we'll talk a few more details here with these two teams. Marshall coming in 3-3. Georgia State is 2-4. Let's see here. Thomas Lewis starts us off. He's got Marshall. Hello to Nate Cerna. He was on VTech, but I missed it. But don't see Nate every day. Nathan, thank you for stopping by, of course. Justin likes Marshall here as well. We might be on some Marshall here. Nathan also said he'd take the Yankees on the run line for his baseball pick. Markel's here. Thank you, Markel. And he likes Georgia State in this one. First half money line. And for Robert, he likes the under. Nathan likes the under too. Okay. Our Tom's likes the under. Okay, I got you. I'm going with the under as well. I like the under. Look, I like the passing games. I just don't think they're explosive passing games. I think we'll see a lot of efficient passing. I think we'll see short yardage, extended drives through the passing game here a little bit. I think up and down the Marshall passing game can be effective all the way and set it up a little bit for Turner as well. So Marshall consensus here, as a matter of fact, for us here on the Morning Steam consensus pick. Okay. That's it for college football today. We got 3 games tomorrow in college football, so should be 4 games tomorrow, because that Fresno State Nevada game is on Friday, I believe now. So we'll get ready for that coverage tomorrow. Let's keep it rolling here on the Morning Steam. We got to get this show over with, and we haven't even gotten to 11 NHL games. We might have to go fast on this here today. Might be no cap Thursday in the NHL. Let's at least call up the numbers here and get a little bit of preview going. and give out some picks. All right, here we go. The Buffalo Sabres and the Blue Jackets. And, bad on me, you guys, to uh, gloss over or just skip. Maybe it was too many games. Maybe it was should never have lost the focus on the home game for the Blue Jackets last game, certainly with, honoring Johnny Gaudreau there in that emotional pregame. So, I should have did a better job. And that wasn't part, you don't want to use anything like that as part of a handicap, it feels like. But certainly for Columbus, I'm not saying that that is even out of the way. It's on everyone's mind whenever you're watching this team play here at this point. But nonetheless, yeah, didn't really talk about it like we should have probably. And, um, our time thanking Johnny Hockey for everything, but we didn't really talk about that last game. Anyways, these two teams are struggling here a little bit here to open the season. It feels like with Buffalo coming in 1-3-1 now. After yesterday losing that game in overtime, a game that they led 3-1, 3-0, 3-1. What was it that Buffalo was ahead in the game? So just felt to me like Buffalo right now. And now you got to get on the road with Darren Levy here in goal, going up against Tarasov. Let me fire up the goalie computer here as well and see what we see if we've had any confirmations yet. So far, the Sabres are 2-3 to the under. Meanwhile, the Blue Jackets are 2-1 to the over. The Blue Jackets cover the puck line in both of their losses so far, and they are an underdog here again today. I mean, I got to think that Columbus Blue Jackets are probably pretty live here. I would think to win this game. They lost that home game, by the way. So. Uh, Buffalo is a big time under on the road for sure. Now, they did go over on their first home game, but they did go under as a favorite. Both these teams have pretty much been going over so far, as I said, this season, right? With a combined, I guess what I say, Buffalo 2-3. Okay, let's get maybe some of your comments here in the chat. And I'm just trying to call up the goalie situation here. Make sure I got it right. Let me go to the chat here, though, and see what you guys have. All right. PZ. Thank you, PZ, for the song, too. We play it on the intro and the outro. Okay. Blue Jackets puck line here. I don't mind that. I'm going to give them out on the money line, but they're very solid. Look, I don't mind big prices on money lines, especially here on the free show. So maybe I can just do that as well. I'll give out the Blue Jackets here as my preferred side on the morning steam here at this point, off of the loss, as I said in that first one. So Robert, though, does like the over here in this one at 6.5. Let me check the lines again. 6.5 under, minus 115 right now. Fernando wants to take the over as well, maybe. 72 Impala, like CBJ. Don't we all? Did I just say that? I'll take Columbus with 72 Impala. Don't mind my acronyms here, if anybody. All right. And Kelly said, look at the goals last night. How many goals were scored last night? Do we take the salami over again? Tarasov is no good for JW, and he says, I got to take the Sabres because of Tarasov here in this one. Tarasov is confirmed as the goalie. In fact, just a little less than an hour ago. Elvis is going to be given a little bit of a break here right now and see if Elvis is ready to go. So going to get a second start of the season. He did allow 4 goals on 30 starts there, but they did win that game, remember, over struggling Colorado. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Blue Jackets here. All right. Next up, the Kings will take on the Canadians here. Next game with the Kings on the road. They're $1.20 favorite. I tried them yesterday against the Leafs. That was a bad idea. So how can I come back on the Kings today? Well, I think I already did. The steam came in on the Kings. Kings come in 1-1-2, I believe, so far. The Habs are 2-2. Both teams have gone over in 2 of their 4 games, so it's kind of just split right down the middle here at this point. This has always been a better situation, though, for the Kings for sure. Kings have won 5 straight games against the Montreal Canadiens and also covered the puck line in 5 straight here in Montreal. Total's gone under in 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams, and also under in 5 of the last 6 meetings here in Montreal. So I've already said I'm on the Kings. The steam came in on the Kings, and I'll just take them again. I took them as a premium yesterday, and I'll downgrade them here to a free play. I want to take my Kings today against my Canadians. This is the Ramon Scott special. 2 of my favorite teams going here. So give me the Kings. We're up to $1.30 here at this point. And let's take a look here. And yep, Kings on a back-to-back here today, no doubt about it. Kelly here is leaning to Montreal, and R. Tomps is also on Montreal. All right, I'm on my Kings though a little bit here. Montreal, I mentioned 2-2 over under. They are 1-2 to the under at home so far here, and Montreal's 2-1 at home so far. And JW's on the Kings. You got Robert McCormick on the under. Joe leans the first period over in this one. All right, keep it moving right now. We're going a little quick here on the hockey tonight. We got the Golden Knights here on the road against Tampa Bay in this one. For the Golden Knights to come in with a 3-1 record so far. They've gone over and 2 of their 4, but also had 1 push in there. The Lightning are 2-0 so far with 2 very impressive victories, and they did go over in both in both their games so far with strong defensive play here, certainly for Tampa Bay. Victories over Carolina, victory over Vancouver as well. So just a real good start here for Tampa Bay, and their favorite here, $1.35 or higher. It feels like here at this point against the Golden Knights. For Ottawa, let's see here. I'm sorry, for Tampa Bay. This series has gone over in 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams. Vegas has covered the puck line in 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams. I'm going to take Tampa Bay here, I believe. At home is what I'm going to do. Take Tampa Bay minus probably $1.42 maximum here at this point. Got some steam rolling in here right now, and well, it's not for today, but I think it's fair to mention it here right now. In the WNBA game number 4, we're seeing the total go under again. Now, it only went under by 3 points last night. We gave it out here on the show. It definitely stayed under. It was close. It was getting closer late, but right now we are seeing this one getting steam to the under right now. It was 161, 160 and a half. We're seeing 160 right now. Just some action here. Liberty and Lynx, game number 4 coming up with the Lynx and Sabrina Ionescu. What a shot, man! You know what? We probably should talk about it more after Billy Mack brought it up. All right, keep it going here. If you got anything with the Golden Knights today. And hey, Markel says, how about some OT? Kelly says the series is Vegas. Tampa Bay played 1-2 goal wins. Look to play something live. I think I just made something. I don't even know what I was reading there. Kelly, I didn't do you very good on that comment. So I'm just on Tampa Bay here, 2-1. Vegas lost their only road game here, obviously, so far this season, but gotta like what Tampa Bay maybe is doing defensively here, allowing just one goal so far. Well, 2 goals this season in two games. They're the one of the slower starting teams. They were just two games so far. I'll take Tampa Bay. Blah blah blah. All right, next up. Keep going here with the Stars taking on the Caps with Ottinger here in goal against could be. I'm thinking it will. I'm Lindgren here tonight and not Thompson. Right now, let me look at it real quick here. I'm gonna go with these two in the net right now. You guys have anything? Go ahead and always correct me here. I'm not one of those guys. You can tell me what to do. The Stars come in here, obviously the hottest team in the league currently with a 4-0 record so far. They've gone under in 3 of those 4 games right now. A little bit of steam coming in here on Army in college football action here for Saturday. Man, Army looking so good so far. Army and Navy. Can you believe where we're at with these two teams? Anyways, Army was a 15.5-point favorite right now, and we're seeing them take some steam in that game against East Carolina. I believe they probably are good to go to 18 here with Army. I like that. Oregon getting steamed right now. Hello, college football steam. Oregon minus 26 points in their game tomorrow night against Purdue here, 26 minus 120 or 26.5. That probably is good to go to 28 possibly at this point. I think I might be liking Oregon to keep this roll going here right now. So anyway, just some college football steam interrupting us, but that's what we're here to do. Make sure we keep you abreast of the situations. Okay, Dallas and Washington here in this one. You got Dallas here, red hot on the road. They're the hottest thing going right now. They are playing just their second road game here so far this season. Washington comes in with a 1-1 record. The Stars, I mentioned they've gone under in 3 of their 4 games, but their only over was on the road. So I don't know, though. They're just playing so well. The widely reported steam came in here on the under. I'm not so sure about that. 11 of the last 15 meetings between these two teams in Washington have gone over. Now we know they only meet a couple times a season, so maybe that's a little bit invalid, but Dallas has won 5 straight meetings here in Washington, so I'm going to take them and lay the money line here with red hot Dallas to keep it going right now. And it's pretty chalky, so let's make it the free play here with Dallas on the road over Washington here in this one. Washington does a good job covering the puck line in 5 of the last 7 games against Dallas. Maybe all underdogs, I think. I didn't check it out, but okay, let's see if we got anything here with the Stars and the Capitals. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look with Stars game to go under here with our Tomps. And JW says the goalie situation's out in that Kings game, and the Kings will go with my man Phoenix Copley. They don't get too down on Copley here, but let me refresh it here. Let's see. Oh, I'm still not seeing that, but let me know where you're seeing it. I have 3 different sites that I look at. Maybe you see it here, the main one, the daily face-off I like to use. So, okay, let's see here what we got. Truth Teller, thank you. Betting the college foot. Oh, he told us on the Dodgers there. Or I think he said first 5. So, okay. Joe T says, give me the first period over. Posted it last night in this game, I guess, here between the Stars and the Capitals. Thank you, Joe. All right. Kelly said the last two went OT between these two teams. Competitive games. Washington been hanging in there, but man, Dallas just clutch here right now. Like I said, widely reported steam came in on the under, and that's why I think you see the line there right now at 6 under 20. But there are plenty of books out there right now at 5.5 over as well. So you'll have to make that decision for yourself. But the move has been strong here. We're not seeing a lot of 5.5 so far this season, but here's one of them. For the most part, it feels like 5.5 over 25 or so with the Stars and the Caps. I'll take the Stars to keep it rolling right now and go to 5-0. Wow. Anybody on Dallas right now to win it all? What is their futures price? The only thing I've taken so far is the Devils. Took the Devils at 12-1, and guess maybe I was just desperate for some action. But Dallas is 10-1 right now, so second choice. I don't know if it's quite worth it. Okay, here we go. Keep it moving here. Got to keep this show going, huh? Canucks and the Panthers. Here in this one with I've got Silovs listed here in goal for the Canucks, and Bob listed here for the Panthers in this one. You've got the Panthers coming in 3-2 so far. They've been busy. They've gone over in 4 of their last 5 games overall, including their only other home game so far this season. For the Canucks, they come in with an 0-1-2 record so far this season, and they've failed on the puck line in all 3 games thus far. They've gone 1-2 to the under, including 0-1 to the under so far on the road for Vancouver. For the Canucks here, coming into this one against Florida, let's see here. Current price. Make sure this one $1.15, because I'm showing actually at circa now. Vancouver has moved to the slight favorite. I've already given out my play on this, so I won't go too much into it. The steam came in on the under, and I preferred the under in this game. So I'm just going to roll with that here at 6. And again, this is another 5. I said there's not a lot of 5.5s, and I said the steam was in on it, so let me at least put 5.5. There are no 6s out there at all. It's 5.5 over 15, pretty much for the most part everywhere. So I've got the under here for sure, and now I've got to go under 5.5. That's why we'll make it a free play here on the morning steam. We probably missed the best of the number. All right. Here's Kelly says 7 of the last 10 in this series have also covered the puck line, is what I'm going to interpret that to say. R. Thompson's on the Panthers here, and Bob McCormick says, give me Florida here as well. I might give Vancouver a chance here in this game. We'll see. Okay, keep it going right now. We've got to finish this show. Devils and Senators. We reached the halfway point of the hockey with the Devils here on the road against the Senators. Linus Ullmark is on the Senators here now in goal here in this one. How about that? The Senators here come into this game. Oh, let me call it up here, make sure I get it right. Senators 2-1 so far. Devils are 4-2, but the Senators just 1-2 on the puck line. Devils are 1-4-1 to the under thus far, but in 2 road games have not gone under yet with the push and the 1 over. Meanwhile, for Ottawa, they've gone under in 2 of their 3 games, but they're 1 over and 1 under at home. So to me, it does feel like Ottawa plays a little bit higher scoring on the road, and the Devils maybe are less defensively adept on the road, despite allowing just 2.2 goals per game so far this season in 6 games, mind you. So that's starting to be a little bit of a sample there, a little bit of a pattern here that they're looking pretty good. Markstrom here in goal, and I was saying Ullmark, but I think Forsberg here. I'm going to trust this one for sure here. I think Anton Forsberg gets a start here in this one. Hasn't looked too good, but he was in the crease here just about 13 minutes ago. It was reported. So I think that's going to end up putting me on the New Jersey Devils here with Markstrom. On the road here, laying a little bit of a price. I'm going to take New Jersey actually as my play. Let's see if you guys have anything here. And thank you, Truth Teller, for your NFL play here, my friend. Thank you very much. And Kelly says, how about a first period over here? 2 of the last 3 first period cashed over the 1.5 goals. All right, give me the Devils here in this one. If Forsberg, look, I know Forsberg isn't going to be as rough as he was in that first game, but all right, what do we got here next? We've got the Rangers and the Red Wings here with Shesterkin on the mound and Cam Talbot definitely in there. He's been confirmed as the goalie here to get the start in this one. Look, he had a great 42 saves in his first start of the season for Talbot, and he'll be back here in goal against the Rangers. Certainly the Wings played the Rangers. What was that score? You'd think I'd write this stuff down, huh? What was it? 4-1 in the game just played in New York a couple of nights ago. Lyon was in goal for that game, remember, and it was 4-1, I believe. So bring Talbot back in here, and Talbot always is a pretty strong starter for sure. Had some pretty good numbers with the Kings in the first part of the season. Did kind of weaken towards the latter part of the season here, but you have the Rangers at $1.45. Total is currently at 6 here, it looks like. Pardon me, you guys. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Total here is 6.5. I'll just call it 6.5 flat. Okay, that's what I have on screen. Okay, don't worry about that. I just saw one book there. We're starting to see some movement here right now, but it looks like it's going different ways. Bet Online has now moved to 6.5 under at maybe -10, -115, while Bovada has it juiced to the over, but they're the only book to have it juiced to the over, typical of Bovada here. You have 2 teams, Detroit so far. They are 0-2 to the under as a dog so far this season. The Rangers here, 1-0 on the road thus far. I'm going to take the under for sure at 6.5 here with Talbot in there. Looking pretty good. You got Igor in there, I would think. I got to go under with these 2 goalies. I know Rangers and Red Wings, maybe you're thinking a little bit of action. Oh, man, I don't know with these 2 goalies. I'm going to prefer the under here as my play. 17 of the last 22 meetings between these 2 teams have gone under. So let me try it here. Detroit's covered 5 of the last 6 puck lines at home against the Rangers. I'm going to go under in this one. And let's see here. We've got Kelly says she's got some prop points here in this one. Our Tomps likes the Rangers in regulation. Kelly says, alert, alert, that 4-1 game just the other night. Remember in that one? That one stayed under, and that was with Lyon in the game. All right. Thank you, JW. He's talking about the Panthers game back here. Kelly's talking about that trend, about 10 of the last 12 under as well. So that sounds good to me. Let me take the under here in this one. All right, everyone. That might be it for this game, and let's keep it going. I think Kelly says, let's see, price at home, take the road team. Oh, she's talking JW on that. Oh, sorry about that if I got it wrong. Here we go. I'll keep it moving. Oilers and Predators took some steam here just a little while ago, as mentioned. And right now, though, you still have the Oilers here favored $1.15 here in this one, maybe $1.20. I got Skinner in there right now for Edmonton and Saros for the. Sorry, I screwed that one up. Yeah, I think I was just tired there. Of course, it was Mike told me on the show it was Bill Husso that ended up being cut, and I don't know why I was thinking Saros, and you guys were telling me why would he get cut? He just signed this huge contract, so I was just a little. How about if I was just a little groggy there, and my mind got a little twisted? Where is twisted today? Okay, so let's talk about this one with the Oilers and the Predators. The Oilers come in 1-3. They got a win, woohoo! And wasn't easy, but they did get that win, and they're now up against the struggling Predators here at 0-3. So, what's going on with the Preds here at this point? Now they did cover the puck line as an underdog so far in their only opportunity as a puck line dog here for the Oilers. This is their first road game of the season. Are they about turn it on here a little bit and get it going here early in the season against this Nashville team? The steam came in on Nashville. Like I said, I don't know. That might have me worried here. But these teams have gone over in 4 of the last 5 meetings here against Edmonton. Edmonton has covered the puck line in 8 of the last 9 meetings here in Nashville. So it's been a pretty good series. Edmonton's played pretty well here. Can they get it going right now? Edmonton, they're kind of an under team on the road. This will be their first game we've seen. Nashville's gone over so far in their 2 home games so far. So they went under on the road. Man, this one feels a little bit tricky here, but I think I want to take the under here in this one at 6.5. Juiced here now to the under for the most part, although Bovada certainly juiced to the over. Always take your unders at Bovada, I always say. I'll take the under here in this one with Edmonton and Nashville. Remember, we got 2 teams right now that are not scoring any goals here at this point. Edmonton averaging just 1.8 goals per game so far in those 4 games, and Nashville averaging just 2 goals per game. You could turn around and say these guys are giving up a combined 9.2 goals per game. So it's just a matter of how you're looking at it, I guess. All right, let's take a look here now and see if we got any action with the Oilers and the Predators. And hey, Gorky is here in the chat. Nice to have Goryan here today. All right, my brother, thank you. Irish King says, how about Florida money line, team total over 3, and Reinhardt to get an ATG. R. Tom says, give me the over in this one. So R. Thompson and I were usually right on together, but not on this one. And JW just says, these teams are just bad. I don't know if the Oilers are bad. It just feels like another rough start for the Oilers. Are they bad? Maybe they are down a little bit. We'll see. Next up, we got to finish this show. Islanders and the Blues with Sorokin on the in the crease here for the Islanders. We got some steam, NHL steam coming in right now. I guess the word is out that Ramon was on the Dallas Stars, because right now that $1.50 is gone, baby. Right now the Stars are heading up to $1.55 or higher. I'm showing $1.63 at Bet Online, $1.60 here in Vegas at the South Point, $1.63 right now at Bovada. Right now, the Dallas Stars are taking action in that game against the Washington Capitals. Big time here. Florida will have Bobrovsky in goal. We just got word of that one. We confirm that. We can also confirm Tarasov for the Blue Jackets if we roll along here on the morning steam with the Islanders and the Blues. Right now, the Islanders come in 1-1-1. The Blues are 2-2 so far, but they are 0-1 at home, the Islanders should mention they did go over in their only game as a favorite so far this season. Meanwhile, St. Louis did go under in their only appearance at home so far. The Blues come in here 2-2 right now, and people are sending me messages like they don't even know I'm on the air. Someone I know, I follow you on Facebook, that person, so I should be on your timeline, and you're calling me during the morning steam, texting me. All right. Anyways, here the Islanders favorite here on the road. Does feel a little bit uncomfortable. I'm going to end up taking the over here. Both teams are averaging 3 goals or more per game here thus far. We're dealing with a 6 flat for the most part, even juiced to the under here, and the Islanders are road favorite. I think that could get us to a 4-3 game. Possibly. I'll take the over here with the Islanders and the Blues. We're also getting another goalie confirmation here. Vasilevsky in there for Tampa Bay tonight. In fact, I didn't even have the goalie listed on the graphic there, folks, on that Tampa Bay game. So just want to make sure everyone sees a Vasilevsky confirmed for the Lightning here tonight. I took the Lightning, anticipating would be Andre. Okay, any chats games here with the Islanders and the Blues with Irish King says it'll be the Blues easy here tonight. R. Thompson is leaning to the over here with me in this one. Ramon here today. Hello. Ramon says, yeah, if you wouldn't run the show so long, they're probably calling you right now. Thinking it's over, right? Thanks, Ram. Great to see you in the chat. All right, I'll keep it going right now as we're almost over, and want to see what's going on here. Sharks and the Blackhawks in this one. Oh, hey, nothing like getting an opportunity to bet the Blackhawks at $1.75 or higher. That sounds like good money, but what can you say about these Sharks so far? They haven't been able to register a win yet, but they are 0-1-2. So come on, they've been hanging in there a little bit, have these Sharks, and they're not playing any world beaters here, it feels like, in the Chicago Blackhawks, but maybe the matchup just favors the Blackhawks. Maybe they will be able to strike big here against them. Chicago's won 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams. The over has come in 5 of the last 6 games between these two, and also 5 of the, but okay, 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams in Chicago have gone over. How about that? But so far, San Jose 1-2 to the under, and 0-1 on the road. So far to the under for Chicago. This is their first home game of the season. So we'll see how it goes here with the Blackhawks tonight, and Mrazek in goal, likely here against Blackwood. Get your plays here in the chat. And with this tough matchup here, certainly, I'd say tough because who wants to lay $1.85 on at home? JW taking the Islanders in that game with the Blues, but I don't think anybody wants to play this game. So let me just make a pick here with the over in the Chicago and San Jose. I'll take the over in this one. Okay, one more game here tonight, and this will be a decent one here with the Flyers taking on the Seattle Kraken. Now, I don't know how this is going to work out, but maybe, just maybe, the Flyers here with Urson on the road. Let's make sure this one. You got the Flyers coming in 1-1-1 so far. The Kraken come in at 2-2. The Flyers are allowing 4 goals a game so far this season. I'm expecting Grubauer in here, but Joey Decord is also listed on one of the sites. So I guess we'll have to see on this one. What do you guys think about that? So far for the Flyers, they have gone over in 2 of their 3 games so far this season, and they've all been on the road so far. So they continue this trip here. Seattle went under in their only home game so far this season, a loss. And Seattle here, $1.35 favorite. That's a little high for me to play as a premium. In fact, they're $1.38 at Bovada. So I'm just thinking about the Kraken as my play here on the morning steam. I like them, but they were certainly a little bit less than that. Opened here $1.25 at Bet Online, and we're only seeing this one go up tonight on Seattle. All right, a few comments from you guys, and then we'll get out of here. We got some NBA. We'll run down the lines here real quick and then get on out. Sharks for JW on that other game. Kraken here for our Tomps. And Billy Mack wants some Champions League, Women's Champions League today. How about Billy Mack? He loves it. Kelly says 4 of the 5 between these two have been a 1-goal game in the Philly-Seattle series. Could it be close tonight? All right, that's going to do it. Let's look real quick at some NBA. I don't even know if I have a lot of picks here to go over like sometimes I have, but it does seem, after seeing that Brooklyn Philly line yesterday, right? We said, oh, look at this. The Brooklyn line went up. This is what we were saying on the air, right? I was like, wow, the Brooklyn line, I had it as low as 4, and now Brooklyn is up to 8.5, 9.5 points. Then we get word Philly's players are in for this one. Brooklyn, not so much. Game goes all the way down to like a pick'em or something like that. So gotta just be careful, especially this many hours in. These are still based on, teams' motivations and preseason history a little bit. I do have one on this first game here. Let's go to it. Hornets and Pacers. Now, we will see some line movement on these, and maybe they're even worth updating. This one, maybe not so much, but I do like the under here. It has gone down to 229.5 preseason. I'm not going to update it here, but give me the under 229.5 with the Hornets and the Pacers. The line here is about 5 with the Pacers favored here in this one. I'm probably maybe lean favorite. All right, Milwaukee and Dallas here in this one. You've got Dallas, a 5.5 point favorite here. We did see the steam come in so far on Milwaukee. Let me update it here. The steam came in on Milwaukee, and the line currently is mostly about 4, and the total 218. I like Milwaukee in this one, plus the points. Mostly 4.5 here right now is the line. Dallas favored over Milwaukee. Denver is taking on Minnesota. There was widely reported steam that came in here on what did I say? Denver and Minnesota. Widely reported steam did come in on Denver here, if I'm not mistaken, in this one. Right now, Denver is up to a 6.5 point favor. We talked about that steam on Denver, and that I did like Denver in the game. I don't know if I like them that much right now. I question Denver's preseason motivation, but I'd probably have to lean to them at least. I don't know about laying 6. So let me take the under here in this one with Denver and Minnesota at 221.5 now. Pretty significant move here, 221.5, and I like the under. All right. Said I wasn't going to give out any plays. I think I just gave out 2 plays in that game. But again, the line, I'm going to update that line. 6 and call it 221. I got to update these. Okay, there we go. Denver now -6. And the total at 221. That one feels like I'm not going heavy, baby. We're not going heavy on these. San Antonio and Houston here tonight in this one, with Houston at home now favored by 4. Where's that? Yeah, 4.5. Totals around 222 here in this one. I'm probably feel like Houston is my side here right now. I kind of want to wait it out. Um, but hey, like I said, you guys are showing up here for the morning's team, so I'm gonna lean to Houston here. Give me a lean on an NBA preseason game, but maybe reserve the right to send that one out as a VIP play here. Want to get some of these right on the show, though. And we got some steam coming in right now and some college football for Saturday. Michigan and Illinois going over 43.5 right now in that game. Game number 375, 376. We saw this game mostly around 42.5. Now it's up to 43.5. Now it's up to 44 or more. Michigan and Illinois taking steam to the over here in this one. Wow. All right. Spurs and Rocket. Oh, no, let's see, where would I leave off? Hawks and Thunder here in this one, with the Hawks on the road. Right now, let's see, 5.5 and 230, let's call it. That's just the total is wrong there. I never had that one right. The line here is the Thunder by 7.5, and the total is 221.5. I think it should have been 220.5 there beginning. That was a typo. Okay, here we go. This is the current line here, pretty much 7.5 here now for the Thunder at home in this one, and the total at 221.5. I like the under here in this game. I don't know if I like laying that many points. Let me just take the under here with Atlanta and OKC. Yeah, I'm going to take the under here in this one. Okay, a few more here. Give and Phoenix. Goalies got the goalie update coming in here. Let's see who we got. Anytime I can give out the confirmations, we're gonna. And it is, let's see. Montembeault will get the start in there for the Canadians today. Okay. Anyways, Lakers and Phoenix. I got nothing in this one. I'm thinking Lakers here right now, you guys, but oops, let me bring it up. Final. Lakers and Suns here. Leaning Lakers here, believe it or not, at this point, but I think I'm going to wait on this one. The line has gone up to 6 here. I'm not saying always play these moves in preseason. 6 and 220.5. The Suns are up to 6. I might be on the Lakers here, gang. We'll see. A no official pick there. I can pass in preseason. Sacramento and the Clippers here in the late one. And right now, take a peek here at this one. And I'm on the over. I'm sure I'm on the over at, what is the line here in the Clipper game? 217.5. Okay, that's fine. I'll call it 218. Clippers are favored by 3.5 and 218. I've got the over here. Kings and Clippers. No cap preseason. Give me the over. So plays on almost. Okay, we just gave out plays on every game but one. That's fine. It's preseason, and this is what my numbers are saying here. All right, gang, that's going to do it for me here on the morning's team. I think we've covered just about everything we can here with our betting card today. Even if Billy Mack wanted to get some women's Champions League in there, I think he said, but I'm going to go ahead and focus in on a little tennis here this morning on these last matches and send out my premiums, and we'll try to have a good Thursday. Thank you, everybody, for joining me here on the show, and we'll catch you tomorrow here with more Morning Steam at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Make sure you join Mikey Money and the crew for pre-gaming at 6 Eastern and 3 Pacific. He'll preview the primetime action right during the middle of the early baseball game. Remember, we've got a baseball game, 5 p.m. Eastern and 2 Pacific. Then be back here tomorrow with you guys on the Morning Steam. Make sure you follow me over at the Winnable app. I've got more plays coming your way here. You can check me out over at winnable.com. This is where I send out my best plays. I used to charge $25, $35, $45 for my daily plays, and now they're just a couple of bucks over at Winnable. So excited to have so many subscribers so far. When before, you just get a few here and there, and you'd give some good plays even when you're on top of the leaderboards. But here to have all you guys on board, even especially on the free package, the VIP zebra, it's free, and then the paywall plays are like 67 cents a day. So hopefully it just looking for your support here on the show, and I'll come back and do the show again here tomorrow, but you can get it on your phone or your device. Use the promo code STEAM to save 20%. Click on the QR code on the screen, or you can go to winnable.com to get more plays from me here on the show. Our Tomps wants to see the community tab. Okay, I think we can do that here real quick as we get on out of here. If no one's seen how to get to the community tab, I think is on there. So let me see if I can't bring that up here on the YouTube, the Sports Money YouTube channel. Let me do that for you right now. I'm going to bring it up here after we get off that advertisement there. Here we go. All right. Here comes the community tab right now here on Sports Money. And so there you see the website. Anyway, we're live, it says there. So here it is right here, community tab. And there's Joe's plays from, he put them in last night. And he's got the over in the Blackhawks game as his plays of the day. And here they come. Look, he's got the I'm making, ruining it for Joe here, but I think it's important to show. And if any one day he's got some hockey games here today, and I don't think Joe minds. We do want you to visit him on the community tab, but just wanted to show this to you. Our Tomps wants to see it there. And so there's a community tab here, and we've been listing some plays here, but we've got some things in the works to try to make this stuff readily more accessible. I know, like I said, I didn't know about the community tab until I came over here. I didn't know there was a community tab on YouTube. So Joe's got his plays over there. So please check his plays out. And we're also maybe a little secret. We got some things in the works here at the Sports Money Network. Again, you can check me out over there at Winnable. That's what it looks like when you find me on the screen. It's got Apple Pay, Google Pay, whatever you can, like I said, it's just a couple of bucks. And lets me know that you're keeping track of me as well. And also over there, it's powered by Stripe. So that's like a major payment processor for many companies now all over the world. And so it's totally secure. All your payment is secure as well. And I'm not going to spam you or anything. You can spam me. You get my email over there, and you can write me about the plays. If I have a bad day, say, hey, Ramon, how about some more days? And I'll put them on there. So I just like to hear from you. Thank you, everybody. Tell me what you like with the show here, as well as our channel, because we got things in the works. All right, it's going to do it for the Morning Steam for today. I'll catch you tomorrow. More Morning Steam, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific here on the Sports Money Network. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
running steam, it's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the